welcome back to another episode of Spooky Saturday. In this week's episode, I'm going to be kicking off this Halloween season with 10 of the most haunted places to visit for the Halloween season, of course. So, without further ado, let's get spooky. Number 1, Boston, Massachusetts. Boston has plenty of ghostly legends. With some 400 years of history, the city has witnessed all kinds of violent altercations and unexplained happenings since its founding long ago. You can head out after dark on an intimate walking tour to see landmarks like the Boston Opera House, supposedly the city's most haunted destination, and the Granary Burying Ground, where the disembodied voices of children have been heard. You can also explore by trolley once the sun sets to discover Boston's historic neighborhoods and learn about its history of serial killers, gravediggers, and other unsavory characters. Either way, be quick. Boston is the fastest growing destination for ghost tours, and bookings have risen almost fivefold since 2019. I've always wanted to go to Boston. Well, I've always wanted to go to Salem, let's put it that way. And I think Boston's pretty close to Salem, right? Speaking of, number 2 on my list here is Salem, Massachusetts. There's little surprise that Salem, Massachusetts is on the list, since its infamous witch trials in 1692 and 1693. The city has become a byword for all things macabre and holds the spot for one of the best places to celebrate Halloween in the US. And if we've got any Hocus Pocus fans out there, that was set in Salem. Bookings for some of the scariest ghost tours in America have jumped 106% in the last 2 years in the Witch City, but there's still time to secure a spot on a historical Salem Witch Trials walking tour, and an after-dark excursion to Salem's most haunted addresses, or for the truly brave, a voodoo, vampire, and ghost-themed tour. Which one will you choose? Yes, I would do all of those, thank you very much. Number 3, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Along the narrow, red brick streets of Old City, so named because it's Philadelphia's oldest neighborhood, you won't be walking in the footsteps of the founding fathers. As local legend holds, wayward spirits have frequented the area for centuries. See if you encounter any ghouls yourself on a ghost walking tour of Philadelphia's most haunted locations. Alternatively, amp up the hair-raising ambience on a night ghost tour by candlelight, or an R-rated tour in Philly that covers everything from vampires and pirate ghost ships to torture, executions, and the red light district. And don't forget the Eastern State Penitentiary, where visitors report seeing shadowy, unexplained figures moving throughout the prison's dark corridors and cells. Number 4, Savannah, Georgia. Pretty as it might be, with its Spanish moss-draped trees and misty mornings, Savannah, Georgia is also known for its bloody history, from Civil War conflict to its dark historical homes and cemeteries. The city's tranquil appearance belies its sinister past, and bookings for the Savannah ghost tours have more than doubled in the last 2 years, so plan ahead if you want to explore the dark bioluminescent trolley ride. You can learn about the city's history of war, executions, murders, and mystery on a candlelight walking tour, or mix your revelry with goosebumps-inducing ghost tours on a haunted pub crawl in one of America's most haunted cities. Number 5, Charleston, South Carolina. Old-timey Charleston offers up picturesque streets, southern hospitality, and a wealth of ghost stories. It may be known as the Holy City, but that hasn't scared away the spirits said to inhabit the city's centuries-old cemeteries, or the poltergeist lingering in the dark corners of its historical manors. This might be why the supernatural tour bookings are up 58% this year. To discover Charleston's uncanny side for yourself, book a nighttime walking tour or get exclusive after-hour access to supposedly haunted Unitarian church graveyard, or head down dark alleys and cobblestone streets on a creepy horse and carriage ride. chance to see the William Gibbs House, often considered one of Charleston's most haunted places. But for real, the creepy horse and carriage ride, I'm so down for that. Number 6, Key West, Florida. This is another place I've always wanted to go to. Think tropical breezes, swaying palm trees, and white sand beaches are at odds with the Halloween spirit. Think again. Key West, idyllic as it may seem, also promises plenty of frights. Some paranormal experts have even described it as one of the most haunted cities in the US. You can make bookings for its occult-themed tours, or take the option to ride the Trolley of Doom, a haunted pub crawl, and a ghost tour. And even an after-dark walking tour provides different ways to rub proverbial shoulders with Key West resident spectres. Urban legends include a tale about Robert the Doll, a life-sized, well-preserved doll that is believed to be cursed. Yes, I think we've all heard of Robert the Doll. Number 7, St. Augustine, Florida. Isn't this like one of the oldest places in America or something? Billed as the oldest city in the United States. Oh, there we go. St. Augustine's history dates all the way back to 1565. What the heck, is that even possible for, like, American history? And its grim past events, ranging from the colonial conflicts and piracy of the Civil War islands, have all left a lasting impression on this seafront city. Delve into darker corners on a haunted trolley tour, where you can view the eerie Ptolemato Cemetery, look out for ghosts of yellow fever victims at the old city gate, or discover St. Augustine's spookiest landmark, the old jail. Alternatively, step out on a spooky walking tour under cover of darkness. Just don't hesitate to book this time. Number 8, New Orleans, Louisiana. For many, New Orleans is best known for its Mardi Gras revelry, but it's often referred to as America's most haunted city. New Orleans has a long history that comprises many gruesome episodes, and its creaky houses, above-ground cemeteries, and bloody lore have made it our most popular destination in the country for ghost and vampire tours. To experience its frights, tour the French Quarter after dark, and visit landmarks like the infamous La Laurie Mansion. Travel by mule-drawn carriage for an old-fashioned feel, or learn about the city's voodoo traditions while creeping through 3 different cemeteries. Number 9, Denver, Colorado. There are more things to do in Denver than ski, hike, or tour the Rocky Mountain scenery. Just ask visitors who have driven ghost tour bookings into Mile High City up more than 250% this year. If you're in search of paranormal encounters, head to Capitol Hill. One of Denver's oldest neighborhoods is also home to many of the city's most haunted buildings. Set off on a twilight walking tour to see local landmarks like the Molly Brown House, where a now-deceased survivor of the Titanic disaster still supposedly wanders the halls today. And discover the other spooky mansions and historical hotels that the city's relentless spirits are said to inhabit. The strange occurrences include unexplained footsteps, disembodied voices, and objects moving on their own. And number 10 on my list here is San Diego, California. Ghost tour bookings in sunny San Diego have risen since 2019, which goes to show that there's more to this SoCal city than laid-back beach days. Indeed, the city's Gaslamp Quarter is reputed for its haunted saloons, hotels, and other historic landmarks. And you can embark on walking tour through the neighborhood to discover the places where visitors have experienced paranormal encounters, including the Balboa Theatre, the Gaslamp Museum, and the Davis Haunted House Museum, the Whaley House, and the El Campo Santo Cemetery. Keep an eye out as you wander between tombstones. Strange glowing figures are said to float up out of the I shall see you next time.